What a finish. How good does that feel?
Very good, very good. Obviously, I think a well-deserved victory. Clean sheet, tough place to come, and on to the next.
I know it's only January, but does that still feel like a big, significant result?
Every win is a big result, especially when the teams around us are very strong. They obviously strengthen themselves as well, probably. So we have to stay consistent, win games, and perform well.
Tell us about the goal scorer, Darwin. How pleased are you for him? How much does he deserve moments like this?
Well, you have to earn these things, and I think obviously as a striker you get judged on goals, and especially at a club like Liverpool. And obviously today he put his mark on the game with the 2 goals, and very important. So that's what we need. We need everyone at their best, contributing to good success. And today it was his day.
You say you need everyone at their best. Were you at your best for that first 90 minutes of this game as a team?
I think so, yeah. Don't you think so?
37 shots and, just needed injury time to get over the line.
Well, if you are very analysed well, then obviously Brentford away is a very difficult place to come. They have a very clear structure. Obviously, you try to break a low block down at times, and if you lose the ball, sometimes you can get a counter-attack around you, and you have to defend that in the best way possible, and I think we did. Obviously, they created some moments, some danger moments. I think they created those kind of moments against any team in the league. But we handled it well. We created many moments as well, and could have scored more. But we take the 2-0 and move on.
You've won titles before. This time of year, you don't win titles. Is it all about sort of getting through, scrapping your way through, finding a way always?
No, it's trying to play your best football ever, every game. You try to perform in the best way possible, and every game I think is a very difficult game. There is no walk in the park, if people want to say that, because every game teams are very good, and they want to play their best game against us as well, like always. Like we want to play the best game against the opponents, and every game will be a difficult one. And I think if nobody is ready for a bumpy ride, then this season will definitely be one, and hopefully we'll be consistent and winning games, and enjoy ourselves as well. Because if you don't enjoy the ride, then it's a difficult score. Sorry.
Looks like you enjoyed it today. Very well played.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Virgil.
Cheers.
For all the mayhem and the celebrations on the pitch, off it with Virgil, very calm.
He was excellent again today. He defends really well. He's very clever, isn't he? He very rarely goes to ground. He ushers the forwards, wherever they are, away from the goal, shutting angles down and then trusting his goalkeeper. So there were moments where Brentford attacked, counter-attacked and got chances, but you didn't feel as if they were ever in any danger, Liverpool. I always felt it was just a matter of time. And listen, they were a little bit fortunate in the end because the goals come so late. But when you've got fresh legs like a Harvey Elliott, like a Curtis Jones, a Nunez, a Andy Robertson come on, a Chiesa, they just overpower you, they just wear you down in the end. And it was, I thought it was well deserved, even though people will speak about, how the goals came eventually and how late they were. But Liverpool were by far the better team.
So the headlines in the end will go to Darwin Nunez. He came off the bench in the 65th minute. In the 91st, with their 36th shot of the game, it eventually told the pressure then, Allan.
Yeah, Trent was brilliant. I mean, the way his first cross is blocked, but the way he reacts and picks Nunez out is just class. It really is, to have that vision and that ability to find him so soon after not getting the first cross to where he wanted it to go, and the reaction is superb, and it's a magnificent finish. As we said, he missed the header maybe 5 or 10 minutes before that, but he was no way he was missing that one. Exactly what Liverpool needed.
Quick thinking from Trent, wasn't it? With that second.
He was brilliant, and I hope people give him the credit he deserves, because they were quick to criticise some of his performances, certainly the Manchester United one when the team wasn't great. But since then, his response has been excellent. Brilliant against Tottenham when he's played, excellent against Accrington Stanley when he scored the goal. Brilliant again this evening. And it's important that the Liverpool players step up. Mo Salah hasn't been at his best this last, 3, 4, 5 games. But it doesn't matter today because it's glossed over. because another centre-forward comes on and gets his goal. So when someone's struggling, like a Diaz or like a Salah, not in their best moments, at this moment in time, you've got a Jota, you've got a Nunez, you've got a Gakpo, you've got a Trent, who then they lift their games.
Chiesa as well coming on.
Chiesa coming on, fresh legs, wants to attack, wants to run forward. And they ran forward a lot, the substitutions. So when you run forward past the defenders of the Brentford team, they end up start dropping deep and deep and deep, and that just creates a little bit more space. So I thought they were excellent. They all played the part, particularly for the second goal. I know they countered, but even then, Curtis Jones makes a really good run forward, and it just causes chaos. You know, this is Mo into Chiesa
involved here.
Chiesa into Elliott. All the subs. Look at Curtis Jones' run. He takes another defender away, opens the pitch up. I mean, it should be fairly easy for someone of Darwin Núñez's standards. I'll tell you, the centre-forward, that's an easy finish for him. But still, it's Liverpool busting a gut to get forwards and get numbers and get overlaps, and they get the rewards.
They smell blood now, don't they? They got the first goal and they hit them on their counter-attack. Brentford have to commit men forward, which leaves them empty at the back, and the way Liverpool sprinted forward and the numbers that they got forward, and that's a really clever finish. He's full of confidence now with the first one. Head down, hit as hard as you can, and keeper's got no chance. Game over, 3 points.
Yeah. It's always eventful, though, isn't it, when Darwin Núñez is involved? Now, you may have noted he got a yellow carded, actually, after his first goal. He took his shirt off as part of that celebration. And knowing that, we see this, where he catches Nathan Collins a little late. Is he a bit lucky not to have got a second yellow?
Well, of course he is. You know, it's 93, 94 minutes. He's scored 2. He's got a yellow card. Why is he even thinking about diving into that challenge? But this is the package that is Darwin Núñez. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever way you take it, he does mad things like that. You knew when he come on today after 65 minutes, he would get a yellow card today. Yeah. It's just part of his nature. He can't stop diving into challenges. He can't stop looking at players and wanting to be physical, like when he came on against Manchester United. Yeah. That's just, you have to take it or leave it with him. He misses chances, he scores chances, he gets yellow cards, he batters people. It's just the way he is. He's a full-blooded South American who's still... You can't say he's still learning, because he's been at Liverpool now 9 on 3 years, but he has to temper that anger in the right way.
Was he fortunate, Allan?
Yeah, I think he was fortunate, yeah. I mean, there was so many challenges I've seen like that being given a yellow card. So with him on 1 yellow card already, he was slightly fortunate, absolutely, yeah.
OK, let's go to the 2 other games.
Didn't we? A double delight for Darwin Núñez. 2 goals in 2 minutes, right at the death, to hand Liverpool all 3 points in West London against Brentford. Arne Slott's subs in the end making all the difference. Harvey Elliott and Federico Chiesa, 2 involved in the build-up. We waited a long time for that, Miles, but I think we've just about got our breath back. And I think you have to say that was deserved in the end for Liverpool.
Thoroughly deserved, absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's one of those where we kept going, we're thinking, is it going to be one of those days? Is it going to be a case of missed opportunities? That little bit of quality that wasn't quite there, it needed it at the end. The defending from Brentford was incredible. Yeah, they protected the box time and time again. If it wasn't the goalkeeper saving, it was a block. So to keep going to the end, that felt like a significant win. You know, a couple of draws against United, the draw against Forest, people were asking the questions, the lads kept going, and how often do we say it? Certainly when we won the title a few years ago, we found a way to win a football match there, when a lot of people have thought, might not, and that was brilliant. And the subs come on, Núñez, who has had a little bit of criticism for his lack of goals. The manager stuck by him, and I thought that was significant. That would have given him a lift going into that game. He doesn't score the second goal without the first goal, but he gets across the defender brilliantly for that first goal, and Trent gets the assist. That's a massive win. Brilliant.
It feels huge, doesn't it, Samir?
It is huge. It's a very well organised, as Mel said, Brentford side. We knew that was going to be the case, but you were persistent, you kept going, and he got the just rewards. And I think if that had happened against Forest, we couldn't have complained. No. You know, because he did the same thing, apart from put the ball in the back of the net. Darwin, and once again, the managers made substitutions, and they've had a massive impact on the outcome of the game, which, again, we should keep on, as a manager, when you introduce subs, for them to come on, have that contribution, that impact. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, when you talk about Forest there, and it felt all the way through that second half, the last half an hour in Forest, didn't it, that moment was going to come, and it just didn't come. But tonight, thankfully, we got there in the end.
Yeah, but we had enough chances. You think about the first half, we had chances, didn't take them. Again, second half, putting ball after ball into the penalty area. Lost count of how many corners we had. Must have had 20 corners in the game, and they defended the box. Virgil was about 5 yards outside the box at times. They had 10, 11 players inside their own box. Defended the box really, really well, and that's credit to Brentford. They had a little threat on the counter. I think they had 4 or 5 minutes where you're thinking they might nick it themselves. And thinking they don't deserve this.
I'd have to say to you, we mentioned this on a number of occasions now, the resilience out of that squad, absolutely fantastic. People starting asking questions. Has there been a little bit of a stutter? They've come into today's game against, as I say, a very, very, very well organised team, and wow. You've got to give them so much credit for the resilience, the persistence, wanting the desire to win the game, go that extra yard. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, I was going to say, it says a lot about, we talk about mentality all the time, don't we? But there's so many different ways to win a game, and sometimes you do have to have that perseverance to see it right through to the end.
Yeah, mentality, quality off the bench. You know, to come on with the right attitude. There was no one sulking coming off the bench. Nunez has come off the bench. He's got himself a goal. Harvey Elliott's come off the bench, got himself an assist. Curtis as well. They've all got themselves involved, and what I liked about it when Nunez scores,
the reaction.
Oh, the reaction! It's in front of the away end, but it meant a lot to the team.
You see on the bench, everyone.
Exactly.
It's a big win. 4 points, but ahead of Arsenal. Put the pressure now back on them. 7 points clear. Now let's see how they do against Aston Villa. What
a moment for him, though, as well, individually, because we're speaking about the team, but for Darwin, as Mel says, it's been a frustrating season at times, but to come on and have a huge impact like that will do his confidence the world of good.
It spoke volumes about what he means at the club, because, as you so rightly said, the reaction, not only from the supporters, but from the bench. They were so pleased, relieved as well, because we scored the goal, which we made sure they done again in midweek. But the joy that you're seeing with him scoring the goal, he's obviously a very popular character within the dressing room, and it was fantastic. And for me, it just shows you hard work pays off. Hard work pays off.
It's a goal that will be incredibly popular in that dressing room tonight, Miles, I imagine.
I think there'll be comparisons to Forest last season. When he scored that late goal again, it was one of those games where you're thinking, can we find a winner? Can we find enough? And at that time away at Forest, we were very much in the title race, and this one again. I think the key for me before the game was, let's get back to winning ways. A couple of draws. Let's get back to winning ways, which is what we've done really well this season, whether it be the starters or players off the bench, which it proved to be in the case. And that'll give everybody a lift. It'll give everyone a lift, because everyone coming into the game was saying Brentford are decent at home. Brentford are really strong at home. They've seen City, who were 2-0 up during the week, come back and draw 2-2. And so they've picked up so many points. So that'll feel great for the lads after a tough away game at Forest as well before it.
Yeah, momentum, as we always say, is so important. But listen, we're on the 18th of January. That's the first Premier League win of 2025, Sammy.
Yeah, but it's an important win as well.
Yeah.
It's really important win. I didn't realise it was the first, but that's what I was saying before, when you talk about how long this league is and how many games we've got to go. So for us to get our first win, and again another difficult away ground to go to, I thought they were fantastic. I really do. From start to finish, we were asked them to start on the front foot. They did. In my opinion, he started on the front foot.
Yeah.
So there's no talk about them being a second half team or you're waiting to go a goal down. I thought and again, they were dangerous on the counter. They were dangerous. So, and we nullified that by our concentration, our focus, and our great defending.
Yeah, I think Brentford's so quick at getting everyone back behind the ball, which then if you're Liverpool, you have to move the ball so quickly to counteract that, don't you?
I can't believe you've not mentioned clean sheet yet. Hey, you love the clean sheet.
Very unusual for you, that.
Listen, it's
probably not the big headline of today, to be fair.
I say to you, for me, clean sheets, and again, I don't want to bore your listeners or your viewers, but if you keep that clean sheet, you can win any game, as Liverpool have proven today. I'll leave you to it.
Well, no, because we know the importance of it, and it feels good to get a clean sheet. Maybe that's been lacking a little bit in recent games. I think there was a couple of times when Brentford broke, and I think it was Szoboszlai and Trent on one occasion getting back and stopping and Boomer.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
I think Tsimikas did it once. Konate defended his box really well, and Van Dijk. So between everyone defensively, yes, they're a threat going forward. I think they protected Alisson really well. When was the chance second half where you thought, that was a big chance for Brentford? They got the areas a couple of times. Alisson made a couple of comfortable saves. I thought the protection given by the defence was outstanding.
And we spoke before the game, Miles, the fact that when you lose the ball, you're all defenders. Everyone has to defend. And today, as you say, I'm not saying they hadn't done in the past, but it was obvious today they defended as a whole team, which, as you so rightly mentioned before, tracking back from Trent and from Szoboszlai, clear and effective danger. I thought it was. I'm overjoyed with it.
I think we all are. Let's head to our Zoom panel, who I reckon are going to be overjoyed as well. Avinash, firstly, you are over in Bangalore. Just tell us your thoughts on that. It must be quite late where you are. You enjoy staying up for that one?